Warning! There may be spills from the game known as Undertale, or even Toriel herself. If you don't like this, I suggest you watch something else. All viewers have been warned and advised. Okay, so before I start this moveset, I would like to give where credit is due. So, as you all know, actually you don't know, long story short, here's the person who helped me out a lot with this moveset I meant. And that person is named Puglet. Oh yes, thank you. Wait a minute. You're not supposed to be here. How'd you get it in? No, don't kick me out of my own house. No. Hey.
Sorry about that. But today I'll be covering one of my favourite Renaissance characters, Toriel, and I gave her a moveset with no help at all, as you clearly know. Now, for those who don't know who Toriel is, allow me to explain. Toriel, the kidnapper, caretaker of the human that fell into the underworld and helps them around the ruins. However, she is a bit aloof to anyone who dares mess with her children, but to make sure no one ever touches her child, she keeps them in the ruins forever and ever. But now, I was finding out some characters smashing and hurting children who'd be burning up a fight world to the Smash Brothers. Now, first thing we need to know, Toriel will be a mid-range character with only 2 jumps and no trouble with. Start with the jab. It will be a spam jab using a magic attack and spamming the fire as long as you hold the button. However, over time the fire would enlarge and burn up, dealing a bit more damage, and the move would end with a small fiery explosion. I do want to say that most of the moves will do something with fire, and of course, deal fire damage. Duh. Now for a dash attack, she would dash while spawning a small explosion. It does work a lot like Zelda's smash attack. For a side tilt, she can summon a small projectile that can be spammed. For her up tilt, Toriel will tilt her hand and have a small candle right out of her hand. It doesn't deal as much damage as any other attacks, but it is a great way to move to start circus and juggle with her. For a down tilt, she can start a fire on the ground which racks up damage. This move does work a lot like Steve's down tilt, and like his down tilt, it may be using an edge guarding tool. For her side smash, we can finally have her not use a move without fire. But this time, she will pull out a fire for there because in Smash, it's possible to do that. Of course, why wouldn't it be? There is the pie forwards. This is your average comedic pie in the face act, but hey, to be fair, she's friends with sounds, so what do you expect? The move does work a bit like Mega Man's side smash with its gravity effect projectile. This move is based on her love for baking pies. For up smash, she'll summon a fireball which starts at the ground to quickly stab upwards. The move does only hit for an Toriel like Palutane's up smash, but like it, it's very long range. This move is based on one of her attacks in the boss battle. For her down smash, as you can see, nothing happens. It's a useless move. As you all know, I am joking. Actually, once letting go of the trigger, you held down, spiked it a bit, and quickly slide back into the ground after a second. This would be a reference to one of the traps set up in the ruins. For aerials, she'll just have a summon a small fire range angle. For a side aerial, you will have a summon a small explosion. The back aerial will just be the same thing. The up aerial, you would have a summon 3 hitting fireballs around her. This move does deal more hitting damage, so it'd be very annoying. And for a down aerial, she would summon a small explosion below her that makes slight blow with the sweet spots. The grab doesn't. Also, for a grab, she will just grab with one hand the full web, but burning the foe by heating off her hands. For that side throw, she would have a throw the foe forwards and throw the fireball and launching the foe farther. Back throw would just be a simple swing throw. Up throw would be an overhead toss, and down throw would just have a throw on the floor. That would not bury them. I just want to mention that. Toriel's neutral special. It would charge up and have create a giant fireball and throw it straight forwards. The move should take about 3 seconds to charge. The move is also based on one time she threw a giant fireball at both Flowey and Astor. Dang, I know she can be a bit aloof, but I don't think she'd hurt her own family with this. For a side special, She can summon a line of fireballs, 5 to be precise, and then launch off as a homing missile, which means it could target the nearest foe. But don't worry, it will only target the direction the foe was at the time the fireball was launched. Move does take a small second to use and about 2 seconds to launch. However, Toriel may use move before a fireball is launched. Until she summons them, the move also has a large amount of range and will spray all that distance. For her up special, she would actually blast herself by summoning a blast of fire to launch herself. The blast does a good amount of damage and may spike foes from below. This means it's fired by one of her attacks. And for her down special, last but not least, she would just eat one of her slices of cinnamon pie. It'll deal about 6% of damage and cool down about 12 seconds. And then record her special attacks as it goes to the final smash. Dun dun dun! I'm really this man a lot of fun. For Toriel's final smash, she would start by launching out a rogue fireball. It's anyone else. And that foe will be taken and traps the foe right next to the room's doors. Then shoots a fireball at the door right where the foe is standing and destroys it, just like she was wanting to in the first place, and burns the room down. For her alternate colours, her first would just be a normal custom. For her second, she would have a black and white colour based on a battle square. For her third, she would have a light blue one based on her best friend, Sam's. For her fourth one, she would have orange and white colours based on Papyrus's battle body. For her fifth, she would have a navy blue and yellow ones based on Undyne. For her sixth, be a white and yellow one based on Dr. Alfie's. For her seventh, we'll have a very dark blue and orange gold based on her husband, Asgore. It's more purple, but hey, she would not be happy about wearing that, I can tell you that. Number 8, the green and yellow based on her son, Alvio. The colors are based on family of flower, but for being honest, they are both the same character, so what do you think? For her taunts, first kind of try to tie a shoelace with a sail and fail. So the only people who play Until would know. For a second, we have an axe a leaf, which basically uses a small frame. And for our last, we have a read a few pages of 70 Use of a Snail. Chapter 69 to be exact. For examination, its first can have say a fire at the other, or start on the screen. Second, we'll have a sleep on the sofa and wake up for a second, and then fall back asleep. You need to go to the toilet. And the final can have a stare at Roger menacingly and a smile at the screen. He stares at it menacingly. And that's it. That's it for the Stories News set. Hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you don't see LJ.
I'm back! And I have the power of my key on my side. I also got a knife. I'm just kidding. Get out of my house!
We're gonna try Lana.
Get out! Get out! Shoot.
Subscribe to my channel, please.
Okay, I think he's gone. Or maybe... Get out of my basement. Anyways, if you enjoyed that moveset I did not present again, how many people are going to break into my house today? Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this moveset, and if you haven't, please subscribe, and subscribe to this guy that kicked me out of my house. Pug Lavender 66. Okay. If you haven't joined our Discord server, I suggest you do. If you want to chat with me or any of my good old few little fans that actually chats there. I'm dissing myself. Anyways, yeah, I'm dying. That was one of Toriel was in Smash. I see you next time, peeps, and thank you all for watching.